everybody, my name is Heppner, and this is the third and final video for the AeroFit Breathing Trainer review. For those of you that have been asking and wondering about it, yes, I am behind schedule on this. This video is due back in like March. But as we all know, back in March, COVID-19 hit the States and a lot of companies and small businesses were shut down. That includes the business I was getting my VO2 max done at, and also the local pools that I was swimming at that allowed me to garner some information on the AeroFit Breathing Trainer. So I've waited long enough. They're probably not going to reopen anytime soon. So without further ado, let's jump right into my final review and how the AeroFit Breathing Trainer can benefit you. Before we get into my final review of the AeroFit Breathing Trainer, I think we need to rewind a bit, kind of do a quick overview since it's been a few months of my video number 1, my video number 2, and how this looks like, and then give my final review at the end. Okay, so, hold on, I got something in my eye. Okay, I'm back. So, AeroFit Breathing Trainer, as a quick recap, claims it can give you an 8% increase in overall performance, and that's the goal of these 3 videos, is to test that and see if that's actually true. So in order to test that, I determined 4 key performance indicators: vital lung capacity, inhale pressure, exhale pressure, and VO2 max. If you want a definition of all 4 of those and how I'm measuring them, please go back and watch video number 1. I go into it in a lot of in-depth discussion. Right now, I really don't want to waste my time. Okay? So, those are my key performance indicators. I decided to test this training protocol using the AeroFit Breathing Trainer twice a day, 10 minutes a day for a month and a half. So I started in December, did a month and a half every day using it, and then in February, like the middle of February, I came back and retested all those things again. Okay, where's my total vital lung capacity at? Where's my inhale pressure at? Where's my exhale pressure at? Also, where's my VO2 max at? Now, in video number 2, I discussed the fact that my VO2 max stayed the same, actually decreased a little bit. My vital lung capacity stayed the same, but my inhale pressure and exhale pressure increased. Also in video number 2, I discussed what benefit I actually received from this that I wasn't really expecting. So, that was in February. Now we are in July, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a long time, and like I mentioned, I wasn't expecting COVID-19, I wasn't expecting this, and I wasn't able to get my VO2 max test again, but like I mentioned in the video number 2, I don't think VO2 max is a really good measuring tool for this piece of equipment, okay? And I also don't think vital lung capacity is also a good measurement because my lungs aren't really going to increase over time with usage. But like I mentioned in video number 2, I think we need to delve in more to inhale and exhale pressure and how those relate to my final review. So, here are my final thoughts on the AeroFit Breathing Trainer. They claim an 8% increase in overall performance. For an elite athlete like myself, and any elite athlete in any sport, I think it's a bit of a stretch. I think it's a bit of a stretch for overall athletic performance. 8% is a lot. I mean, I will fight and change my diet for a 1% increase. So 8% is like, you're like cheating, you're on performance enhancing drugs or something. So 8% I think is a bit of a far stretch for an elite athlete. Now, I want to caveat and say, is there an ability to get an 8% increase in overall performance for a general athlete? Maybe a general athlete who is doing triathlons and running a lot and maybe swimming or biking. I think there could be a bigger percentage of overall increase there. I don't know how to measure the 8%. I'm not sure how to exactly measure that for that person, but I do think there is the ability to have that increase in percentage. For an elite athlete, I think it's a bit of a stretch. But that's my kind of negative side to that marketing campaign. But what I will say is this. What AeroFit needs to focus on when it comes down to marketing is they need to focus on people, if they're focusing on me, elite athletes, they need to stretch and show that the increase can actually come from inhale and exhale pressure as it pertains to swimming. Because what this tool is actually really good at is teaching you how to swim, inhale and exhale quickly with a lot of pressure underwater. Obviously not inhale underwater, you get my point. But I think they haven't really focused on that as much for their marketing campaign, and I think they need to do that. Now, do I think I received an 8% increase in performance in the pool? I don't know. Maybe. I would say probably around 4 to 5. Absolutely, I would say that. Now, am I able to measure that? No, I don't have the tools to measure, okay, the first time I swam in December, now I'm measuring it now. But like I mentioned in video number 2, I did set some really good goals for swimming. I wanted to swim better by the summer, which summer's now here, and after that time, even though I haven't swam since March or since February, I do feel more comfortable in the water now than I have in February. And I haven't swam at all because they're closed and I don't have a pool around here. In fact, I've still been just using this tool day in and day out, and then when I went and swam for the first time, yeah, I was sore. And yeah, my body was a little bit technically, out of sync with swimming a little bit. But it wasn't my lungs that hurt. My lungs were absolutely fine. I felt really good because of that. So, to recap, does AeroFit give you an 8% increase in overall performance for an elite athlete? No. But can a 4 to 5% increase in swimming occur for an elite athlete? If you're not a swimmer, yeah, like myself, possibly. Can AeroFit Trainer tool increase your overall performance as an athlete for maybe a general athlete? Yeah, I think it definitely could. Could it be 8%? Possibly. It really depends on what sport you're trying to get good at. I would say it's probably this tool's more focused on maybe a triathlete than any other athlete. And again, in their marketing campaigns, they usually do pitch it to triathletes, so I can see that. So, that's my final review. If you have any questions or are interested more in the AeroFit Breathing Trainer, I'll have some links in the description down below so you can see more information on it. Other than that, have a wonderful day, and I'm going to start looking for something else to review, I guess. If you have any ideas, put them down below. Have a great day, guys. Catch you guys later. See ya!